Hello and welcome back to Chris Sawyer's Locomotion for a third series. This time we're going to Europe because the Earth is dying. Your people must escape into space. So this is a European map called Europe Escape, made by Shockii, the map itself, but then the scenario is made by me by modifying his map and adding all the industries and whatnot. And the challenge is to deliver 5.4 million colonists within 100 years. This number right here is the official population of Finland according to the most recent poll. And the starting date is 1984, my birth year. And there are no companies at all to meddle with my affairs and build their stupid brick bridges everywhere. So yeah, it's a custom scenario with all kinds of futuristic stuff added in, new industries, 2 types of monorail tracks, etc. And now I'm gonna insert a diagram that I made about the industry chains to hopefully clarify the situation. It's a bit of a mess with all kinds of lines and whatnot on it, but it's showing pretty much everything except wheat farms and food processing plants, which I actually replaced with a custom industry called grain elevators to make food. But then the rest is all types of futuristic stuff like uranium, nuke fuel, nuclear waste, batteries, and electronics, colonists, etc. So on the left we have the raw materials, uranium, oil, silicon, and bauxite, and then different arrows leading from them. And with the arrows, they're not only color-coded, but they also have these black dots on them. And if they do have those, then that means that's something that I added or removed from the original industry chains. Because this whole thing is made up of like 3 different industry mods combined and modified to be more interesting and whatnot. So uranium is turned into nuke fuel, but you also need gasoline for that, which is made at the oil refinery out of oil. And then the nuke fuel goes into a fusion power plant or a spaceport to produce either goods or batteries. But the fusion plant also produces nuclear waste, which you can turn back into uranium by combining 3 pieces of waste at a nuclear waste disposal facility. Then batteries go into the electronics factory, which also requires chemicals and alloys made at a steel mill out of silicon and bauxite, which used to be coal and iron, but I just renamed them to be more modern and whatnot. And as for the alloys, there also used to be an electronic stuff factory in the middle, which made electronic stuff out of batteries and alloys, but I removed that because I thought it was an unnecessary step in the middle. So now the batteries just go and alloys just go straight into the electronics factory, which then delivers electronics to the shopping center, which requires and produces also passengers, which come from towns, obviously, where you can also take the goods out of the spaceport. But that thing requires not only nuke fuel but also colonists that are made at an academy out of normal passengers. So colonists are the ones that I need to deliver 5.4 million within 100 years. And then we also have the gas station, which requires gasoline and goods to produce nothing. Anyway, that's all the industry stuff, hopefully explained by this diagram. So let's get into it and start the show. And the music as well, there we go. And speaking of the music, I have new music from OpenTTD, an open source version of the original Transport Tycoon Deluxe. So new music as well. My name shall be Conrad Railington III, and that is a perfect image for him, except I'm gonna change it into this because the Conrad name matches well with that logo, and my transport company shall be Consolidated Rail Co. right there, which comes from this custom logo thing. It's paused the game, so stuff doesn't happen too much, even though there aren't any competitors and whatnot. Anyway, let's go for some yellow color with some of that blue, because it matches a lot of these custom stuff that I have here, like this from the Netherlands. And then we also got some British stuff like that. These I think are from Germany or somewhere around there. And then we got a bunch of TGVs from France. There's more Netherlands stuff and British stuff. We got milk tankers and all kinds of custom stuff down here. More Netherlands stuff. And British tankers right there. 3 types, BP, Esso and Shell. This is known as Exxon, I think, in the US. And there's a Shell one from Netherlands as well. And we got tilting trains and more custom stuff all around. And then there's the narrow gauge, which has some trolley types on it. And these two, they aren't used for trafficking at all. They're just for station stuff. The goods station base plate and passenger station base plate. And it's just a way to add more of these types here. Got your train depot, cold storage, dummy platform, warehouse, old station and town station. And then in the signals we got switch towers and station extensions and all kinds of things to be more decorative and whatnot. Let's check out the, was it this one that I was looking at? Yeah, so the passenger station one also has new stuff, town station, old station and stuff like that. Some of these had to be duplicates for some reason. I can't remember why though. We got a lot of stuff in there. And then of course the normal railway station has a lot of things like loading bridges for ore mines and coal loading bay, iron loading bay, etc. And in the signals we have normal stuff with also gantry signals that you can span across multiple tracks. And more station expansion types. Tram track doesn't have anything special, but then there's normal narrow gauge, which also has something. Gantries and stuff. And then let's look at the other vehicles. We got nothing custom yet in the buses, but I think there should be a few ones later on. Trucks are standard except for modifications into the cargoes that they can carry, like this one has uranium and nuclear waste. That one has batteries and electronic stuff. That one doesn't have anything new, but this one has nuke fuel and gasoline in there. No new trams yet, but I think there should be some custom ones later. And then in the airplanes we have a UFO, which costs negative 27 million, so I can use that in a pinch to get money. And then in the ships we have the standard stuff plus some custom ones, or actually only one custom one currently. Same stuff from the previous series, nothing new in there I think. As for road stuff, there's also some custom ones here, mine loading bay and iron loading bay and mine cart loading, unloading something, I can't remember what it's called. Airports, we also got the international custom ones and nothing new compared to the last series, but they're all there, and ships pretty much the same as the last series. So let's look at the map. Here we have Europe in all its glory. I also did some modifications to the map when it comes to like terrain. Over here I added some desert stuff. This used to be just grass, but I changed the grass into dry ones and added this sand and red sand and whatnot to make it look more African right there. And then as for the Europe itself, I think I added some stuff like this over there and some snow stuff over here in Norway. And I also added a few more towns into Finland, my home country. There only used to be Helsinki right here, or Helsinki like it's pronounced in Finnish, but I also added Oulu up here at the bay. And I think I also added a few towns into Norway, and Sweden as well, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I did the map modifications. So here we can see all the industries: Colonist Academy, Silicon Mines, which are pretty much iron mines with a new name. And then we got Nuke Works, that was the one that makes nuke fuel. Waste disposal facility is for nuclear waste to turn it back into uranium. Grain elevators are for food. There's one right here. It looks like that. Actually, I should check all of them out, see what they look like. That is the Colonist Academy there. And then Silicon Mines, well, those are just iron mine. I mean, actually, coal mines. Nuke Works looks like that. It's got like balls and whatnot in there. Weird looking doohickeys. Waste disposal facility. That unfortunately looks exactly like the steel mill / alloy works, or what was it called? I think it was like metal works or something like that. There it is. And that thing looks like a steel mill, but it's called metal works, and it turns bauxite and silicon into alloys. And then we have the bauxite mines, which look like iron mines. And high-tech electronic factory looks like a a printing press. Actually, this is the high-tech electronic shopping center, not the factory. The high-tech electronic factory looks like a factory, surprisingly. Then the oil wells, nothing new about them. And here you can hear one of the new songs from Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. This one's called Chugga Chugga. Then we have the Valuables Mod Refinery, which I modified to produce chemicals alongside gasoline. It only used to produce gasoline. Looks like a standard oil refining. Oh, this song is too loud. I gotta lower it. The problem with these OpenTTD songs is that they're MIDI files, so I can't like modify their volume like I can with MP3s with using a certain program. I have to modify it on the fly by raising or lowering the volume of the media player, which is Winamp. It really kicks the llama's ass. Anyway, back to the industries. Then we have the fusion power plant right there. Looks like a nuke plant with the new skin and weird doohickeys all around. Why is the smoke or whatever vapor there frozen? Is that the same deal with the normal nuke plants? I can't remember. Anyway, then we got oil rigs around here off the coast of Norway and whatnot. Nothing special about them. Wheat farms are also standard stuff. Producing the grain for the grain elevators. And then these two already went through, but then there's the spaceport. Looks like that. It's got like shuttle things lined up ready to go, and some texts all over the place. Nuke fuel and ISP, I don't know what that means. And then finally the uranium mines. Look like that. Big ass boreholes or something there. So now, for starting line, I was thinking of starting with the Colonists. So let's go over here. This is probably the best place to start in terms of Colonist academies, because there's a spaceport right here, and that's where I need to deliver the Colonists. So I could do a tram, or some narrow gauge stuff, or buses. There's so many options now. Let's go with narrow gauge, because there's all these new tram types here, or trolleys. So I could do like a loop from Paris and Rotterdam and Cologne and Frankfurt maybe. I'll start with this station here. Do I need a rack rail? Nope, but I might need some overhead electronic wires. Yeah, all of these require them. So let's do overhead electrics. Let's get electric. And start building right here. Where to put the Rotterdam station though? Maybe on this side. Make a big boy curve. Here's another modification that I did. I added these big boy curves because normally you can't do those. I removed the smallest curves because those aren't really needed on this map. They were for super mountainous track types. I mean, not track types, but map types. Wow, new silicon mines under construction near Kharkiv. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's probably somewhere in Russia. Yeah. Almost down into Tunis, in Tunisia. So let's put the station somewhere around here. Let's raise that. How much money do I have? Oh, I'm pretty low already. Maybe I should do a bridge to save money. Yeah, I forgot to mention the bridges. These are standard here, but then we have the Earth Bridge, of course, and this new brick bridge, which has unlimited speed, and the tubular bridge, familiar from the previous series. As for normal rails, they're the same, but then for the upcoming monorails, there's different types of bridge for those, but I can't look at them yet, of course, because they haven't been invented yet. And these also have the same stuff. And roads, I can't remember, what did I put for roads? Let's see. Yeah, looks like the same stuff. Anyway, continuing on with this, let's go for a steel arc bridge. And now this song is super low, gotta raise the volume. It's called Run For Your Life. Raise it more, come on, pump it up. Maybe I'll save money and just stop here and continue later to these other towns. So let's build a station. I'm not gonna get fancy yet with all these extra stuff because I don't have the money yet. So let's just do a city station here, like so. And another one over here. Accepts passengers and produces colonists. The icon for colonist is almost the same as passengers. The only difference is the clothes on the female there are more red, I think. Anyway, let's do that station. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 5 or 6? Right there. As for the train, we got many options. Let's see, this one goes 80, that's 72, 72, 72, and 80. And these have the same capacity, 175. Also the same price and running cost. What's the difference between them? Even the power is the same. Why do I have these in here? I don't know. Well, let's go for U2. I can't afford it. I only got 8,000. Crank that loan up. Give me, how much was it? 208,000. There we go. Here comes the trolley. Let's just let it go because it doesn't really need orders yet. We can't load anything in there. Why did I put it there? Oh well. It's got a speed record already just by going from one end to the other. How many people we got in here? Just 32. Come on. Another speed record, 45 kph. And of course I'm using kilometers because this is Europe. Oh. Wait a minute, didn't this thing just open up? Now it's closing down already, what the hell? Or maybe it was this one. Let's see, do I still have that old news in here? Nope. Actually, there it is. Oh yeah, it was this one. They totally ousted this guy by forcing him out of there. Not looking good in my finances, and there's a thing I forgot to mention about this scenario. The money type or currency is called credits. Another custom thing, I think. So now I should probably try to get these colonists out of here into the spaceport over here. Probably ship would be the best, or easiest at least, but they cost quite a lot of the credits. I think this one I modified to carry colonist, but these two should be able to be refueled. Uh-oh, bankruptcy warning! Don't make me buy a UFO. Well, I can always take some loan to negate that stupid message there. Let's see. That's like 189, that's 193, that's 187. Should probably go for this, because this thing is super slow. Oh yeah, let's check out the cargo payment rates as well for all the new stuff. Let's see. This is a bad thing. These don't work, the highlights, they only work up to here. Let's start from the top. Here we got normal chemicals. Silicon is, I think it's the same as coal. I didn't modify it in any aspect. Bauxite, same thing. It's the same price as iron. And then we have alloys down here, which probably is the same price as steel used to be. Batteries is around the same, a bit higher. Colonist is like higher than passengers. Decays with about the same rate. And then high-tech, electronic components, that's not used. I think that used to be called electronic stuff, which I renamed to electronic components, but then I took out the whole electronic stuff factory altogether, but it still remained here for some reason. Here we have the actual high-tech electronics. They're like the highest paying stuff right there, and they used to be like somewhere up here ridiculously high, so I modified it to be more realistic down here. The nuke fuel is let's see, is it like somewhere? I think it goes there somewhere, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that line there should be nuke fuel, or it could actually be uranium or nuclear waste. They're all the same color, but they're somewhere in there. Actually, let's see. No, that's bauxite, that one down there. But probably nuclear waste, I think, is the lowest paying. Nuke fuel the highest out of these three. And then gasoline is up there. Let's compare that to oil. Yeah, it's better than oil because it's a refined product. And then money, that's not in the game, but it's from the mod that contains the oil refineries, the valuables mod. That's a remnant from that. And grapes is also a remnant from when I modified this map. Originally I had those vineyards instead of these farms. Then I decided to switch to the farms, because that way I could put farms like pretty much anywhere. But grapes wouldn't make much sense to be up all the way up here or in Sweden. They would have only been growing like in France and Spain and Italy and whatnot, so I switched to farms. Anyway, let's see if I can loan up to 190,000 of the credits. Yes, sir, but I also need money for the docks. Oh, that's not a dock. That's a dock. Which type? Maybe that one. No, that one doesn't really match. That one could also be a good one. Why can I? Come on. Oh, but it's like, looks like it's facing the wrong way, or is it? No, it should be facing the right way. But let's do this one. Rotterdam docks. And then over here, right there, Nantes, whatever. How the hell do you pronounce that? I can't remember. Ship is gonna be the hydrofoil, which I cannot afford because the price already went up by several thousand. Wait, where all my cash go? Holy shit. Did those docks cost that much? Where's construction at? Oh man, yeah, they cost, holy shit. How the... Oh, actually, no, that's not just the docks. How much did they cost? 90,000. That wasn't all. Actually, it was 2 times 90,000 was all the money I had, pretty much. There we go. Hydrofoil ready. And go there, and then we gotta refit it for some colonists. Take a full load and head over to the spaceport. 5 colonists awaiting. Let's rename this to Spaceport Dock. Or actually, port is also another word for dock, so that's good. Oh, there's a dash in between the port and the space. Should be the Academy. Station. And this one shall be Rotterdam Academy Docks. How are you doing? Oops, did I turn on music? Yes, I did. Don't want to do that. I have the media player taking care of that. Looks like this thing is barely making profit, but very small amounts of it. Oil routes would also be pretty easy to do with some tankers. But where's the oil refineries at? Oil refinery over there near Reykjavik in Iceland. And there's another one over here. Damn it, no profit yet, come on. Probably should have started with a industry route because they produce much more than these small towns. Ooh, class 142 diesel rail bus. There's so many vehicles that I'm probably never gonna use because I don't have the money at the start here, so maybe I should just go ahead and buy one of them UFOs. 25 milo, but then I can't destroy it because otherwise I'm gonna lose. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna lose 22 million. So I gotta keep it in my inventory. Now let's do some oil. And if I take the oil over here, then it's pretty hard to get it out of there, except with ships or cargo planes, which, by the way, there aren't any yet. But there should be some coming up at some point. So it would be better to take it over here. New silicon mine under construction near Kiev. Right. Let's start with this one. Glasgow oil field. Docks goes there. And then the other docks go here somewhere. I guess this side is closer. Boom. Paris. Paris refinery. Let's see what type of tankers we got. That's a carrier, so it can't carry any what you call it, liquids. This one can. 40 kph. Boom. Glasgow. Full load of oil. Let's put a waypoint somewhere around there and there and there. Off you go.